we would like to cover is tourism and hospitality. So if you look at the global tourism industry, especially post-COVID, we're talking double-digit growth rates, 10, 11%. But these growth rates have been led by specific segments. For example, maritime or coastal tourism, desert tourism, mountain tourism have been the biggest beneficiaries. And the interesting thing with Pakistan is all the segments which are driving this global growth, we have a very strong natural asset base. Yet when we see the untapped demand, there's only 3 medium-sized ski resorts. I don't even think we need to benchmark to France or Turkey, but the growth potential is very clear. So despite having the natural assets, there is very strong growth potential, which interestingly, especially over the last 2 years, there's been a lot of activity. This has partially been driven by post-COVID, as most tourists, there was a global hike in travel prices. Most tourists were looking inward, opportunities that when Pakistan's potential started to get uncovered. So you can see it's a $5 billion market growing at 11% per annum. Interestingly, visitor spend by tourists has gone significantly high. This is driven by both average length of stay as well as average spend per tourist. It's the outcome. And most recently, it started to attract investments. Doubletree by Hilton in Natia Gali, Coach, Ambience, and a number of other hotels. Most actual performance stats show that these projects for hotel operators have yielded IRRs north of 20%. And if one is to analyze hotel utilization ramp-ups, compare the last few years to this year, it is 40% faster. With this, I would actually like to invite Kasim Kasuri, who has developed this a boutique hotel chain called Ambience, and I think practically launching a hotel every quarter. So over to you, Kasim.
Ji, thank you very much for the opportunity, Your Highness. Pleasure to be here. My background is primarily in education, and which is in the service sector. My family runs a school system which caters to about 380,000 students, so it's probably one of the largest in the world. Recently, we got involved in hospitality by setting up a network of hotels called Ambience. So while there are a few large commercial hotels that operate in Pakistan, such as the one that we're in right now, we felt that there was a big opportunity in boutique hotels which are more design oriented and where properties tend to be smaller. So we set up this brand Ambience, where the average property size ranges from about 40 to 80 rooms. We have properties in the major urban centers, Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, and also in the northern areas of Pakistan. The opportunity in the northern areas is tremendous. I think because of the rising cost of the dollar, the rupee devaluation, it's become increasingly expensive for Pakistanis to travel abroad. So there's been a huge increase in domestic tourism. The other thing that's happened is that international airline prices, ticket prices, have increased about 3 times since COVID. So we've seen a huge surge in people going up north. And the other big opportunity which I just want to highlight is that there's a lot of Chinese tourism. So the Pak-China border is at the Khunjerab Pass, which is close to Hunza. And although a few Chinese come, but there is a lot of discussion between the Pakistan and China governments in making it easier for Chinese tourists to come into Pakistan. And the estimate is that once that happens, the hotels in the northern areas will, don't even have a fraction of the number of rooms that will be required to cater to Chinese tourists. So I think that this is an interesting opportunity. At the moment, we get a lot of groups that come from Southeast Asia to the northern areas of Pakistan. I do feel that there is an opportunity here, both on the propco and the operation side, because in the hospitality industry and frankly in education, as I'm sure you're aware, there are organizations which focus just on the infrastructure and the property side, and then there are operators like ourselves. So I'm sure that there would be people in the delegation who are interested in both. Estimated number of domestic tourists in Pakistan, even if we don't have too many international travelers visiting, is about 50 million. And this is largely driven by largely influenced by Gen Zs and millennials, and the growing influence of social media and social media influencers who come from all over the world and are promoting Pakistan on their platforms. So basically, in conclusion, I do feel that there is a large opportunity both in the coastal and desert tourism, but particularly in the northern areas and mountain tourism, because I think other than Mount Everest and one or two other mountains, some of the highest peaks in the world, most of the highest peaks in the world are in Pakistan. So yes, I would welcome an opportunity at any point to speak more about this. Thank you very much.